That's what I was thinking. Like, there's got to be someone who is, but just didn't know it. Who like ran in some
He
capacity.
What? Why is it
like
still?
you look in the history books, he was unusually careful about which raincoat he wore.
Yeah. He only preferred one of three precise meals, no other types of food. Couldn't stand the
My
sight of the
mom
color
telling me
yellow.
about how my grandfather would eat the same exact thing every day for the morning, and he had a routine in the morning that you just didn't bother him with when he was doing it, and he only had five like shirts and pants, so he didn't have to think about anything. And then I'm like,
Mhm.
honestly, sounds a little bit. Sounds like he had like
Yep.
autism or something. And my mom's like,
Hmm.
what? No,
Well, my
impossible.
my dad didn't get diagnosed with autism until, but then, so I got diagnosed with autism when I was like 5 years old, and then my mom was like, those are things her dad does. She noticed that my dad had all the symptoms.
Yeah.
Does tend to happen. Default.
My
Okay.
mom was like, sorry, if you have ADHD, who else would have ADHD? And I'm like, you know how dad just doesn't like respond to you when you talk to him, and then when he does look at you, he immediately drifts back to like playing chess. Do you think that could be a symptom of anything? Hmm.
Oh, my cat just jumped on my desk. His name is Aaron.
Aaron.
Do you call him Aaron and tell him he done messed up?
No, it's spelled
Don't mess up,
Arin.
Mm,
And his
Okay.
brother's name is Danny.
I guess
nice.
I'm gonna just game a little bit while streaming. Let's turn on the
Oh, what game?
Trackmania. There's been stuff I've wanted to play.
Hmm.
Ah.
Nice. Trackmania is cool.
Oh yeah. Where is the? Where is the chat? Oh, nobody's chatting. That's why it's not showing up. Okay, people, spam chat.
Maybe.
Oh, in Twitch or YouTube?
Don't care. Should show up on both. What? What? Oh crap. Hold on.
Moderator permissions on
On
YouTube.
You don't. I haven't given them out yet. How do I copy this? Copy.
Sorry, I'm sending you something. It's incredible.
This.
Can you guys keep chatting? There
Oh
we
my
go.
god. That's
The
so
nose.
funny.
Love it.
This is like what I think of
I'll hop out. Might see y'all later.
All right, see it.
Have a good one. Mm-hmm.
This is
Your
like when I
stream
think about
up
like
on Twitch for
how
me.
What's not showing up?
Your stream like cut out for me on Twitch.
y-
I just had to refresh it. Now it's fine.
Yeah, because I ended the stream and restarted it. I still don't know why it's not like streaming to the full 1080, but I'll figure that out later. Right now I'm trying to figure out why my why the chat overlay isn't showing up. And maybe I have to be in a game for it to want to show up.
Mm.
Biden was the most progressive president in history so far. I'd have to like
Mm.
check to be sure for history, but certainly in my lifetime.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I mean, he certainly did a lot that pissed me the fuck off, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, nobody's perfect, though. That doesn't forgive him for
Trump
the
is a
shit he
fat
did.
communist. I wouldn't put it that way. I would call him more
I'm
of
gonna
like a
I think
go
you're-
because I have
fascist.
to take care of some things, but I hope you all have a nice day. I just have a lot
You
to
too,
do.
Abigail.
Okay, see ya.
Bye-bye.
My
Bye.
I think the person who chatted was misspelling fat communist as fascist. That's what they were trying to. They should have
yeah,
been.
that makes sense.
Totally, definitely. All right, I actually also have to go. It's 4:15, so that means my
Okay.
legally mandated break is over.
Oh, okay.
ooh. Goodbye.
I love you all. Good luck with the stream
Yeah,
test.
love you. Bye.
Oh, hi, Ganga.
Gunga.
Bring him up.
Him.
It Gunga's a him. Last time I checked. Am I wrong?
Oh. Yeah.
I'm being fucking gaslit.
Hello.
Hi,
You know
guys.
that you can just pull yourself up, right?
I know I can.
Okay.
I forgot how to on mobile though. There's like a trillion buttons on mobile, and so it's a little interesting. Oh my gosh, I'm like so backed up today.
Oof. I imagine what being bedridden would do to you.
I'm actually way better today. I was walking around and everything. I was able to take off my brace today. Still quite tender overall, but massive progress. So we're doing very, very swell. We're doing well for ourselves.
Yeah.
Feeling good, as one would say.
Okay, I need more people to spam chat. Starry, get in there, spam chat.
Fine.
Now I have to open Twitch. No, I hate Twitch.
I just don't use it. There we go.
Either.
Keep going. It's not showing up. The chat overlay is not showing up in game like it's supposed to.
Ben versus Hunter debate 1.
Hunter Avalon?
Um,
Probably never.
Spam is cringe. I was told to spam.
I literally cannot find where the chat is supposed to be. Like,
What game is this? Trackmania.
yeah. It's not. This is driving me crazy.
Never mind, cringe Ubisoft. I don't know what that means. I'm not a gamer. Sag. Okay.
How do I get this? I can't. I. Whatever. All right, I will fix. I'm just. Because I'm not gonna be able to see stream chat.
How long does it take to prepare something for delivery?
I guess this is a way I can see the chat.
Trump will be the worse president than Ronald Reagan and Nixon, unironically. True.
I still think Bush is probably the worst one, to be honest.
We're so cooked.
All right, let's game. All right, it's gaming time. I should probably.
Finally.
I should probably actually update the description. Okay. Let's game.
Yay.
Do they update the Formula 1 track? Damn, no. Okay. Let's do this. I'm doing week 2 of the thing. Oh yeah, you don't need to keep spamming it. Oh yeah. Didn't recollapse. Okay. Cool. Wait. Can you guys hear game audio? Hello? Okay, I can hear you. I can't hear game audio. Okay, now I can hear game audio. Starry, say something. Okay, cool. I can hear game
Hello?
audio while I'm playing. All right, cool. We're not cooked. Dems will come back in big in 2016 and make Trump a lame duck, and then win the landslide in Reagan-style sweep. I love your optimism, man. I don't know. I mean, I have some optimism that Dems are learning the right lesson from this, but like, I'm hopeful the Dems are learning the right lesson from this. The AOC vote for the Oversight Committee did seem a bit promising with how many Dems voted for her. And also there are some, like, historically, like, shitlib pundits who are, like, on CNN saying things that, like, finally align with reality. But, I don't know. I just don't... I'm still a little concerned that there's even going to be an election in 2028. I think that if Trump was going to win, we probably got the best timeline of a Trump win, because since democracy worked so well for him, he has less of an incentive to try and tear it down. But I'm still worried that he's just going to be like, yeah, I want to stick to power, or they're going to do some bullshit. I don't know. We'll have to see. We're in a better timeline than had Trump. Trump winning the popular vote is the best timeline where he wins. That's kind of how I feel. All right, I'm gonna actually try and get this map done first. So, Starry, did the chainmail arrive?
No.
Is Gunga still here?
Yep.
Gunga, reveal yourself. All right, yep. Who is your ideal Dem candidate for 2028? Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart. Just unquestioned. There is genuinely... The Democrats have failed to uplift a candidate. The only candidates they had with the sauce are, AOC, and, the Dems helped Republicans, A, not train her to be uplifted into leadership, but B, they also participated in damaging her image and making her out to be this young, childish, naive girl. So she doesn't have the brand she needs to win. But there's nobody else, because Pete Buttigieg is actually terrible. So is Gavin Newsom. I can get behind Gretchen Whitmer. Tim Walz is pretty great, but I feel like people are going to be a bit hesitant with the loss to do Tim Walz. And I feel like we need somebody who rhetorically has the sauce, somebody who can be funny, charismatic, has good progressive ideas. So Jon Stewart to me.
Oh my god, I just checked the tracking again. It's delayed the delivery.
Rip. Yeah.
God hates me.
Anyway, I think the trick with this map is to time your try and angle your car before the jump, so that way it already lands facing the turn. Cyborg Bernie Sanders for 20. Yeah, that would be good too. I mean, shit.
Okay, Stewart would be cool, but it's going to be Newsom or Harris in 2028. We have to build them up to be populist and likable. We don't build them up to do that. They change their rhetoric to do that.
That's the thing. It's I've been an organizer the last 6 months. We don't do shit. The media isn't the ones who controls their image. They have to give the media stuff to work with, and they never do, because Newsom and Harris are they're there for the donors. The donors were Biden was leaning towards Elizabeth Warren for VP, but his Wall Street donors told them to pick Harris, and look at how well that worked out. Not that I think Warren would have done any better in this environment. I mean, I do think she would have done better in this environment, but there was a lot of populist, working class anger, and even though Warren's policies are good for that, she is a more technocratic, professorial seeming candidate. So I don't know how well that would have played. Right now we need somebody like a down in the muck populist, working class level figure, and somebody who can be a folk hero. It's not just about policies, it's also about the way they style themselves, or just if they're authentically what they are. And some people can, at the end of the day, it does come down to authenticity, because it doesn't matter what you look like. Elizabeth Warren could win being professorial, but it's that she does it in a way that doesn't feel authentic, because you can feel that she's holding herself back, and that stops her from being able to win with that persona. I don't know. Who do you want the ideal candidate to be? Because I think Harris and Newsom are a disaster.
Ooh, Gretchen Whitmer? Oh, wait, they won't run a woman.
Whitmer's not bad, but yeah, they also won't run a woman.
Fuck.
I do think Whitmer could win.
Whitmer's great.
Yeah, but she's also not battle-tested, so for all we know, she will also, like, pull the centrist appeal to the dumbass type thing.
She's like a self-described progressive.
Yeah, but we need somebody...
I meant sell Newsom and Harris as relatable. Harris is the popular pick right now, according to polling amongst Democrat voters. You got to admit he did an excellent debate. But here's the thing: we don't want somebody popular amongst Democrat voters. We want someone who's popular among Americans.
The electorate, yeah. And also, I don't believe that poll. Like, I believe that poll is an accurate sampling of the people who are sampled, and I believe that right now, if you ask the Democratic Party who they would want, they would say Harris. Here's the thing, though. They're wrong. The voters don't know what they want. This is like consumer 101. The customer doesn't know what they want. You should listen to the consumer, but that doesn't mean you have to, like, do what they say. And I promise you that Kamala is only being picked because that's the only Dem most of them can think of as a presidential contender right now. Like, Jon Stewart and AOC and Bernie all got 1% on that poll. So did Tim Walz. Buttigieg was a little bit higher. Newsom was a little bit higher. The only reason they're talking the way they are talking is that is 1-to-1. It fits the way the media discusses those candidates. It is in perfect parity with how CNN would rate the plausibility of the candidacy. And to me, that tells me that that's not reflective of the imagination of the electorate, but reflective of the lack of imagination of the electorate. So I think what we need is to go with our gut and be like, what is a candidate that people will like, not what they say they'll like? Because people would never have said they liked Trump, but he won twice, almost 3 times.
Also, when it comes to selling Newsom and Harris as relatable, they have to give us something that makes them relatable. This, again, is not like an organizing thing. This is a them thing, and they failed.
Kamala is not relatable. Like, she's not. She doesn't want to be real. She doesn't want to be a human. She doesn't want to be vulnerable. She thinks that vulnerability makes her weak and feminine, when in reality, that's what makes her seem like not a bitch. And with Newsom, I mean... It's not
everybody knows what he's doing in California with the homeless.
It's not that he's not relatable. It's that he is relatable, but you relate him to that person you know who you hate. Yeah, Gwendolyn, I agree. We can't just do, like, the 99% Hitler thing again. Like, we really need to do somebody who's clearly breaks from the Democratic Party branding. And I don't mean that in a way where, like, throwing trans people under the bus or we need to be more centrist. We need somebody who is a brand. They're not just trying to, like, be part of the party brand. Bernie Sanders has a brand, and you know why the trans stuff doesn't hit him hard? Because, yeah, he's pro-trans, and yeah, he'll even talk about being pro-trans, but everybody knows that Bernie Sanders' #1 issue is the economy. And no amount of doing, like, that ad against Kamala, the whole, like, Kamala's for they, them, Trump is for you. Like, that shit isn't going to play with Bernie because his brand is being for you. And they can lie all they want to make people think that's not the case, but people know it's the case because that's his brand. We need a Democrat who can create a powerful brand like that. But no Democrat is willing to take that strongly a position on anything. It needs to be Sean Fain. I'd love Sean Fain. Let me ask, do you think if it was Walz or AOC running in this far-right media environment in 2024, they would have won? Walz would have won in a landslide. I strongly believe that. Now, I thought Harris was going to win in a landslide, so, you know, maybe don't take my words too strongly. I said she was going to get 400 electoral college votes. But I do think Tim Walz would have won by a lot. And with AOC, I would have said she couldn't win before the election. After the election, there is actual data that makes me think she can win. Given the whole Trump AOC voting phenomenon, I'd have to look more into it. I'm hesitant to say she could win, but I think it's more realistic than Kamala, because I think Kamala would have won if the election was held the week of the DNC. But after that, she started pivoting to the right, and that's when she started losing enthusiasm, losing the energy. She started talking about nothing. She had no message. She had no brand. She was just talking about some random tax credit policy and pivoting to the right and not sticking to her core brand, you know, we're not going back, like, message. She stopped giving people hope and just started trying to play politics. Yeah, I do think Walz could absolutely crush it. Him Unleashed is insane. His stream with AOC was hilarious. Like, he has the Riz. He can do it. He can win. He can win. I hope he tries it. It's literally just that the candidate promises more change for my entire life. Obama beats neocons. Drain the Swamp beats institutional Clinton. Even Biden was promising change. Yeah, it's not just about promising change, because every politician promises change now and is just like lying through their teeth. It feels like it's about authenticity. It's about having a strong brand. It's about being a fighter. It's about being a populist. It's about picking the fights. It's about willing to make a fool of yourself in front of the American people, and you'll come to find that the American people are actually not going to think you're being foolish. And, like, look at Bernie. He will pick a fight with people, and it comes off very well because the American people are itching for a fight. The system isn't working, and people want to see candidates fighting for them, even if it's stupid fights, like bitching about Arnold Palmer's cock or something. It doesn't matter which fight you pick. The American people just want to see that you have fight in you, because then they'll assume that if you're willing to fight on something stupid like that, that you're also going to be willing to fight for them. Walz would need to shit on Harris to win. Yeah, he would, and he should. She lost. Like, worse than Hillary, worse than, like, Biden. Like, she deserves to be shit on. She fucked it up. I don't blame, like, I've gotten into arguments with it. I don't think Biden fucked it up. I mean, he certainly didn't make things better by not dropping out. But, like, there was a point in the campaign where Kamala would have won, and she's the one who fucked it up from there. And I don't care that it was the rest of the DNC establishment that she listened to. It was on her not to. AOC does have a shot at the presidency. I'm not underestimating her. She's very popular. She's very powerful. She just has, like, a very tainted, damaged brand that's very vulnerable to the young night, like, very vulnerable to sexism and very vulnerable to being called naive. And I think that she has some work to do to make herself come off. She already comes off as a fighter, but she needs to come off as somebody who can win the fight. That's what she needs. Right now, she comes off as somebody who will step in the ring and lose. He stopped being visible in the campaign because he was taking up too much attention. Yep. Yeah. Source, DNC cousin knows him very well. Well, I can't trust that, but I'll talk to you about that later, and we can talk, and we'll see. Oh, a Walls AOC ticket? Yeah, that could have lost. That could have just been a bit too much. Absolutely incumbency fatigue, for sure. I mean, mainly because the incumbency was not... kind of did suck compared to what the moment needed. The media environment was unsympathetic to them. The media environment's always going to be unsympathetic to you, but this is something Democrats don't understand. The media, A, is your enemy, but B, they follow your lead. The media isn't going to make a story. This is what Dems do. They lick their finger and see which way the wind is blowing, and they go, okay, well, I guess we're going to take this media story and jump on it. That's not what Trump does. Trump will also stick his finger in the wind, but what he's listening for is what the voters are bitching about. What does well at the rallies, not what does well on cable news. That's a very big difference. You know, part of the reason Kamala lost is because, you know, she didn't lean into what her voters wanted. She leaned into what the media wanted. And the media, as usual, doesn't reward you for that, because what the media wants is clicks. So what they say they want and what they actually want are two different things, because they're always going to move the goalpost to try and get the clicks. That's why you got to be adversarial with the media. That way, you know, you build a brand against them, which is very popular, but also, like, they're going to talk about you in negative ways, which they're already going to. But instead of it being negative in terms of somebody like Van Jones, who wants Kamala to win, being negative in I don't think this was a good strategy, that's not going to play well, you're going to have, oh, fuck her. And that's a much different, it's still negative. It still is going to end up suppressed, like, but I think the fuck Kamala is a lot more energizing, because I like Van Jones, but a lot of other people don't. Why am I still playing this map? Oh, this map is brutal. What is this?
I have a feeling they're not going to send my package out for delivery.
No, I disagree, Neon Eagle. I don't think I mean, I agree they were pretty progressive, but here's the problem. And I think, let's look at Lena Khan. And I think this is the perfect, like, microcosm of everything. Kamala never took a fucking stand on whether or not Lena Khan was going to stay or go. And not to mention, she had Mark Cuban running around talking about how much he didn't want Lena Khan to stay, and he was her main surrogate. Instead of, like, picking a side and saying, this is what we stand for, this is my vision for America, not here's my tax credit, you know, that's two completely different things. It's not just a messaging thing, it's like an ideology thing. She is not willing to outline a message and a vision for what the country should look like. All she can do is say, here are the policies I like, here are the policies I don't like. Because, you know, a policy can be focus tested. It can be like, you can be like, oh, 80% of people like this policy. But if you outline a vision for what the country as a whole should be, that's something you can't focus test. That's something that's going to rub people the wrong way, and you have to fight to prove that your way is correct. But it is something that will get people to vote for you, even if they disagree. How do you do this map? Oh, I got a Zoop. It's literally the plot of Hamilton from 2016. They still haven't gotten it. Yeah, really. They really haven't gotten it. Like, if you stand for nothing, what will you fall for? It's literally that. And they still haven't learned the lesson.
Oh, and how Burr was always happiest when he actually went for the things he wanted.
Yeah. Burr was at his happiest 5 seconds before pulling that trigger.
No, he was right before Thomas Jefferson was like, why does this guy have to be my vice president? Can I just like not have him be my vice president? Oh, I can, because I'm the president.
Yeah. Genuinely psychopathic move by the founders to make to make that be how the system works, where the vice president is the person who gets second place. Genuine psycho moment, by the way.
Yep.
It's so
That's why it was
crazy. I
changed so
kind of like
quickly.
it. It's so crazy. It's the kind of thing I like.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand the logic.
Honestly,
for
I
it,
think the
but-
best way... Okay, so 50-50 shot, this works on you. But if there's beginning to be like a debate with Benjamin, just say some real like median voter, not thinking, like say something like that, like counter argument, and he might actually go, wait.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
So Madeline told me this, but apparently when she was like first talking to you, you were like, maybe we should split Florida in two. And she was like, nah, I think that'd look ugly. And you were like, wait a second, you might have a point.
I still think we should split Florida in two, but I never considered the how the aesthetic of the map might influence whether people are in favor or against the policy. Which it makes sense. It's just not something I considered.
I see.
I still think we should split Florida in two states.
Why am I refreshing this page like anything's gonna change? I'm not gonna.
Do I still think Pelosi is bad? Yeah. Yeah, it didn't convince me that much. I don't know. I want to do that conversation again in podcast format and not debate format.
Because you suck at debate.
No, because I don't want to feel like I have to respond, like, I don't want it to have to feel like we both have to talk an equal amount of time. I want it to be where it's okay if I only talk 10% of the time, because I want to be able to understand his take more. Because maybe he could convince me. He made some compelling arguments, but still, not sure. We'll see. I still think that maybe the role of the speaker is more than what it should. I think that maybe the framework is that there is a certain amount of power that right now the speaker has. However, the speaker also has the power to take a lot more power than they currently have. And I think my problem is that Pelosi is not doing that. And Jonah is maybe saying, well, inside the power she does currently have, look at how good she is. And that's, valid point. But I think she could have more power if she chose to wield it.
I think it's
Don't
funny
have friends
when
all stand you in the back? Yeah.
I think it's funny when Benjamin raps. That's my opinion.
Oh, shut up.
So, I really wanted to edit that down, but I don't think my Premiere Rush will accept it, so...
Yeah, probably Gwendolyn. I don't know. I have to rewatch it, but I'm not going to. Never in a million years will I rewatch that shit.
We need to edit the... Fuck,
I'll do it at some point.
The punishment, at least.
Yeah, that we can do.
Yeah. I want people to laugh. And then show up to the next one and be like, yes, take my money. With it, I want to see somebody suffer.
Oh. I did read the chat, and yeah, I saw your analysis, Gwendolyn. It is good. I want to hear him talk about it more, because even if his, argument is based in fallacies, that doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means it's, he's discussing it in a way that, I can hear the logic that he's using under his argument, even if the, on its face logic is flawed. I can kind of see, where he's coming from, which is a part of the reason why I froze, because I didn't just want to, rip him apart when I kind of see where he's coming from. So, not knowing how to really engage with the conversation was another problem I had. Liberals want you to believe that leftism is unpopular and that everything we've gained is something they've worked tirelessly to make the public support for us. Yeah, they do that, and I do agree that's bullshit. Which Jonah are we talking about? The fundraising director of Progressive Victory. If you go to
he did kind of convince me with the Nancy Pelosi is a good fundraiser. Maybe she's
Okay, Hakeem Jeffries is also an excellent fundraiser, and let's be real, he hasn't done dick. What has Hakeem Jeffries done in the last 2 terms? What has he been? Has it been 2 or 4 years? I don't remember.
I don't know. Oh, it's Gunga again.
He's current Speaker of the House. Or, not Speaker, he's the current House Minority Leader for the Dems. He was Speaker, I think.
Gunga, can you hear us now?
Maybe he is current Speaker. I don't fucking know. Yeah, he's not Speaker,
Your thing is flashing green on Discord. I have no clue what you're saying. Completely silent.
Finally! That took way too fucking long. How much? Top 5,000? Okay, let's keep going. I'm kind of fun. Actually, no, I was having more fun with one of the previous maps. I was enjoying this one a few days ago.
Bruh, are you for real? Yes, I am for real. No idea who that is. With Jonah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, he's just one of the directors of Progressive Victory. It's fine. How How many people are in the audience in Discord?
Oh, in Discord, there's one.
Oh.
Logan, hello. I imagine everybody's at work.
That's true. Yeah, and I'm probably gonna get off streaming when my food gets here, so.
I need to take a shower. And then I might walk to the corner store. Oh, Gunga, can you hear me?
We have to prioritize taking back the media and culture, then it's easier to sell dem messaging no matter who it is, Harris or Stewart. Yes and no. I agree and I disagree. Hold on. I forgot to check where the market closed. Well, that's not a fun place for it to have closed. Okay. Okay, so here's where I agree. I absolutely think we need to take back the media. We need to decorporateify the media. Now, this is a major problem that I don't know how to do. It's even something we've talked about in Progressive Victory. It'll probably be a topic that I bring up when I have more chatters so that I have more people I can bounce ideas off of. But yeah, the media is a major problem. Even with the media, though, I still think that they are not the major, like, you have APAC, you have the media, like, you have corporate donors. They're major blockers. But we can still win within this framework. It just requires us to, like, actually, like, stand and for something, fight for something, and to, like, have a message, like a simple, easy to understand, obvious message that transcends whatever the media can say about you, like Bernie. You know, there's a reason that Bernie has the highest net favorability of any politician in the entire country. You know, left or right. He has about an 80% favorability rating. 80% of Americans have a favorable opinion of him. At least 80% polled. So, you know. Oh, one sec. Is my food here? I'm on stream. Okay, thank you. Bye. All right, everybody. I am going to go eat. It was a fun, lovely stream. I will be back at some point in the next few days because I'm going to be streaming more often going forward. But it was nice seeing you all. Thank you all for joining me. And send me the number where you found that 80%. It's like an old Pew poll from like 2017, 18. I'm sure there have been follow-ups since then. But yeah. I should probably not keep citing a 2017, 2018 poll. But yeah, it's still pretty emblematic. All right. See you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Did I end stream? Is it still? I can't see the button. It's not.